Welcome to the An English Coffee Office. Today is Sunday, January 18, and like every morning, David and Alex are at the coffee machine.
Morning, Alex. Please tell me there is actually coffee in that machine today.
Just barely, David. I think I snagged the last decent cup before the maintenance light started blinking.
You're kidding me? That little red light is the bane of my existence.
It is just a machine, David. It needs a break, just like the rest of us.
Speaking of breaks, I feel like I've been here for 10 hours already.
It is 9 a.m. You have been here for 30 minutes.
It is the sales targets for Cone. They are looming over me like a storm cloud.
Well, maybe if you spent less time staring at the coffee machine, the cloud would clear up.
Ouch, harsh but fair. Anyway, did you see that article in the New York Times yesterday?
The one about the office architecture trends?
Exactly, the Great Wall return.
Yes, I read it. Apparently 70% of Fortune 500 companies are reinstalling cubicles.
I knew it. The open plan experiment is finally dead.
I would not say dead, but certainly rethinking its strategy.
Rethinking? It was a disaster. I cannot close a deal when I can hear the marketing team debating font sizes 20 feet away.
The article mentioned that noise complaints were up by 45% in open offices last year.
Only 45? That seems low. I would have guessed 90.
It is interesting, though. They are not bringing back the old gray fabric boxes from the 90s.
Thank goodness for that. Those were soul-crushing.
It is more about acoustic privacy zones, glass walls, soundproof pods.
I do not care what they call it, as long as I have a door I can shut.
From a project management perspective, though, it does worry me slightly.
Why you love quiet?
I do, but open plans did facilitate spontaneous collaboration.
Spontaneous distraction, you mean?
Sometimes you need a quick answer without scheduling a 30-minute meeting.
I will take the meeting if it means I can hear myself think for the other 7 hours of the day.
Fair point. The article said productivity actually jumped 15% in the pilot programs with the new layout.
See, numbers do not lie. We should forward that to HR immediately.
I am sure they are already aware. Changing the subject? Did you catch the tech news on CNN this morning?
You mean the thing about the trees in Boston?
Yes, the BioLoom project.
That is straight out of a sci-fi movie. Glowing trees replacing streetlights?
It is fascinating. They are using enzyme-modified oak trees to emit a steady bioluminescence.
I saw the photos. The Seaport District looks like something from another planet.
It is a pilot program for now. Just 50 trees along the main boulevard.
Imagine the savings on the electric bill, though.
The report said it could cut municipal energy costs for lighting by 60%.
That is huge. Plus, no more light pollution blocking out the stars.
Well, that is the debate. Some biologists are worried about the impact on local insect populations.
There is always a catch, isn't there?
Always. If the bugs get confused by the trees, it messes up the whole ecosystem.
I am just thinking about the maintenance. You do not change a bulb. You have to water the lamppost.
Exactly. And what happens in winter when the leaves fall?
The article said these are evergreens, genetically tweaked to keep the leaves year-round.
That is even more unsettling, honestly. Playing God with botany for the sake of a budget cut?
I think it is cool. I would put one in my driveway.
You would. You love anything shiny.
Guilty as charged. It beats fumbling for my keys in the dark.
True. But speaking of budget cuts and money, did you see the Wall Street Journal piece on the gig economy?
The one about the Portable Pension Act?
That is the one. It passed the Senate yesterday.
I have mixed feelings about that. It is going to make contracting expensive.
It is about time, David. Gig workers have been operating without a safety net for 15 years.
I know. But requiring companies to contribute 5% to a portable 401k for freelancers?
It levels the playing field. Why should full-time employees be the only ones with a secure future?
From a moral standpoint, I agree with you.
But from a sales standpoint?
From a sales standpoint, Our vendors just got 5% more expensive overnight.
The article argues that it will actually stabilize the workforce.
How so?
Retention. If freelancers have benefits, they are less likely to jump ship for a slightly better hourly rate.
Maybe. But the administrative overhead is going to be a nightmare for finance.
The WSJ said there is a 2-year grace period for implementation.
2 years? In this market, that is a lifetime.
It gives companies time to adjust their pricing models.
We are going to have to pass that cost on to the clients, you know.
Probably. But if every competitor has to do it, we are not at a disadvantage.
Unless they outsource to a country that does not have this mandate.
The law applies to any worker servicing a US-based entity. Remember?
All right, they closed that loophole. Smart.
It is a shift in how we view labor. The employee label is becoming less relevant.
It is a brave new world, Alex. Glowing trees, private offices, and freelancers with pensions.
And yet, we still cannot get a decent cup of coffee in this building.
Some problems are just beyond human ingenuity.
I suppose so. Are you ready for the 10 a.m. strategy meeting?
As ready as I will ever be. I need to prep the slide deck.
Just do not use too many animations this time, please.
Hey, the star wipe transition is a classic.
It is a distraction. Focus on the data.
You are no fun. Data needs a little razzle-dazzle.
Data needs accuracy and coffee, which we are out of.
All right, all right. I am heading back to my desk. Or should I say, my acoustic privacy zone?
If you can find one. Good luck with the calls today.
You too. Try not to solve all the world's problems before lunch.
I will try to leave a few for you.
Time to get to work. Don't forget to subscribe and practice your English every day. You'll see how it just keeps getting better and better. See you tomorrow. Hope you have a fantastic day.